What's going on, everyone? Suresh here, 221B Tactical. Today we are talking about our Guardian Glove Ext with the new P3P 2.0 light. Unbelievable light, 500 lumens. We're going to get right into it. Much lower profile than our previous version, the P3P original. You have a much lower profile and you have a much lighter design, so it actually feels like you can't even feel it on your hand. So what's the purpose of this glove? Many of you know the P3P light, the original Guardian Glove Ext, Extremity glove hands-free lighting system. Get this out of your hand. Why? When you have this in your hand and you're doing anything on patrol, on duty, whether you're working security, you're a police officer, you're a medic, doesn't matter. If you have one of these in your hands, one, you're taking this hand out of the fight and out of the situation. Two, in the event you get into a scuffle and you need to use this hand, this is going to hit the ground, going to go rolling away. You've lost them. We know that you've had this happen to you. It happens to everyone. It's happened to me. It happens to most every cop I know. You have this in your hand, you go search someone, or you go handcuff someone. What do you have to do? You got to now put this away so you can get that person's hand here and grab onto their wrist to go and cuff. Well, that means you can't have this in your hand, so now you got to either tuck this away under here or put it away into your holder or into your pocket. It is cumbersome. It gets in the way. Now, if you get into a situation, there's a scuffle, maybe the person takes off, there's a pursuit, and you need light. What do? Now you got to now go get this, and now you're going over fences. Maybe you got to go into a window, got to climb into a vehicle, whether you're searching, doesn't matter. Now you have this in your hand, and it is cumbersome. It's getting in the way. So that's why I designed this glove with the integrated 500 lumen light. Of course, you have the ability to turn the light on from the side with one of the buttons here, and you also have the ability to also turn the light on with the pressure pad that you have inserted into the glove. So just simply touch with the finger here, and the pressure pad is along the index finger here. Touch and activate that light, 500 lumens, viewable from a nautical mile away. A nautical mile away, 500 lumens, super bright LED. Gives you the ability with just a touch of a finger to activate that light. So if you're in a situation where you're just simply talking to someone, you're on a car stop, you're on a roadside encounter, whatever it may be, maybe you want to give someone a pat down, you could simply just turn on the light, pat them down, do what you need to do. If they do get squirrely, you can grab them, you could hold them, you could blind them, whatever you want to do. You don't have one of these in your hand now getting in the way that you need to put away or you're going to see fall on the ground or roll away. On car stops, I would simply go up on car stops, and if you want to have the light full on like you do normally, or you could actuate the light with the pressure switch, it's up to you. You got to be able to do what's comfortable for you when you're going up to a car stop. I had no problem turning on the light, touching it, keeping it on full so I didn't have to keep my finger against the pressure switch, and I would just walk right up to the car, talk. Now, where I worked, we didn't have weapon-mounted lights. Most agencies, nearly 80% of agencies, do not have weapon-mounted lights. They don't allow them. So this is a great opportunity or a great tool to now substitute that. If you're not allowed to have one, instead of having one of these in your hands, if and when you did draw your weapon, this light tracks right down the barrel. So you have this hand free, get to your radio, call for another car, push a car door close, control a subject, get to something else on your belt, whatever it may be. You no longer have this in your hand. You also have the ability, once again, if you need to cuff, you holster your weapon, you get to cuff, you still have that light out. Once again, not a substitute for a weapon-mounted light. This was not developed. This was not developed to replace your weapon-mounted light. This was developed to replace this, the light that you hold in your hand. If you have a weapon-mounted light on duty, you're not pulling that weapon out with that light for everyday tasks. You're probably using one of these where you just have this in your back pocket, on your belt, or you pull it out of your patrol car and you're using one of these. This is what we are eliminating. If you have a weapon-mounted light, that's awesome, that's great, and you are one of the lucky ones, you're one of the minorities that have it. Like I said, only about 30% of agencies allow full patrol, just regular patrol officers to use the weapon mounted lights, but this is meant to replace this right here. So having both hands free, this version in particular has the level 5 cut resistant liner. So not only do you have the protection for the back of the hands, the knuckles, no hard knuckles here, because obviously we don't want to have hard knuckles. They could intimidate the bad guys, offend them potentially. So a lot of agencies have now outlawed the hard knuckles on the back of the hand. So now we have the soft, flexible rubber, absorbs impact better anyway, and gives you better dexterity, better flexion. The palm, high grip material on the palm, on both sides. Of course, now you can mount the light on either hand. You can mount it on the right hand or the left hand. It's up to you, depending. It doesn't depend on if you're righty or lefty. It really depends on your personal preference. I've seen righties mounted on their right hand. When I was on patrol, I used it on my right hand. But I've also seen righties mounted on their left hand because they feel more comfortable with the light in that off hand, and they can actuate it with their off hand and their duty hand to get their weapon if need be. The choice is really yours. I've seen lefties put it on their right hand. All personal preference. As long as you feel comfortable, you could reach over and activate that light quickly. It's up to you. And whether if you have the pressure switch, you have the ability to hit that pressure switch with your thumb quickly. Up to you. Now, in a handcuffing situation, once again, let's go back to the handcuffing. You want to get a good butterfly on that cuff, and you want to be able to control. A lot of people, when I do this demo, that's when that light bulb goes off. Because I say to them, okay, you're talking to a subject with the old school. You have the light, you're talking to a subject, what do? Now you're telling them to turn around, place their hands behind their back. What do? Well, the cuffs are, you're going to pop them out of the case, right? But now you want to control. So I've seen guys put this under their hand and try to control, under their arm, and try to get that hand to control, our dummy hand here, to control and go get the cuffs. Now, if that person gets squirrely, what happens? This light is going to hit the deck. So I've seen guys do one of these when they're trying to cuff, one of these, or they simply put the light away. If something happens in that scenario and the person gets squirrely, they take off, now your light is away or is hitting the ground, and you're not going to stop to bend over, take your eyes off the subject, pick up your light, and now run after the person. That's where this comes into play big time. I loved when I was handcuffing people to just have this, to be able to look them over when I was securing their thumbs behind their back, and I was looking in their belt line, looking in their collar line, in here, lifting their shirt up, looking underneath, making sure, checking the pant legs. I had a good hold of them with this hand while I was still illuminating with this hand, but this hand was free as I'm illuminating their pockets and their belt line and behind their neck, if they had a baseball hat on, whatever. I had this hand free. So if I needed to get this hand into the fight, control their arm, whatever it may be, I had this hand open. It wasn't occupied. So although I had a light, it's almost like giving yourself a third hand. You're controlling with one hand. You got those thumbs locked in, and now you have you're doing your search, your pat, and you have this light that is giving you the illumination you need without taking up your hand. And you see this high grip palm again on there. So you have a good grip even if you grab skin, you grab clothing, doesn't matter what you grab, you're going to get a good, nice, tight grip. The other thing that we, of course, integrate into these gloves, day and age of social media, be able to search your phone, call your supervisor, is a touchscreen fingertip, not just the pad, but the actual fingertip, so you could actually type, call that supervisor, swipe on your screen. It also works in the in-car computers to work on those screens as well, because a lot of those screens are becoming touch sensitive, and I would have to take my glove off to now swipe and tap on those screens. Not anymore. You can keep these gloves on. It's on the thumb too, so you can swipe with the thumb, giving you that ability to use your in-car computer, tablets if you have them, and of course your cell phones. It is just something that is commonplace now with all the technology that's out there. So that's why we integrate it into these level 5 cut resistant gloves, impact protection, heavy duty wrist cuffs here, and you have the wrist protection all the way down. Now the regular Extremity patrol glove is just a baseline patrol glove with a high dexterity touch and feel. You have the touchscreen fingertips on the index finger and thumb, but you don't have the cut protection. So this is a much thinner glove, and you have much more dexterity, but you don't have the protection. Most of the people we see, they want that level 5 cut protection, and they go for the Guardian Glove Ext. Some people, they're not concerned with that at all. They just want a super thin glove, no protection, just a glove that they have good dexterity, touchscreen, give some baseline protection for their hands, but they still want the hands-free lighting system. So we incorporated that into that Extremity Patrol Glove and the Extremity Patrol Glove 2.0. Those are also available on our site. You can see. Now, we also incorporated this light into our Titan Canine Glove, which is a heavy-duty glove with a heavy-duty palm material so the dog leads don't burn through them, and a heavy-duty rubber on the back of the glove that can take more impact from, brush, going through the woods, going through windows, and going through all the crazy stuff that canine handlers go through. And the gloves are also a little bit beefier to take a potential bite. If you are in the bite suit working as a decoy, they are going to give you some additional protection for the bite training. So you have the ability to add the 500 lumen P3P 2.0 light to those Titan Canine gloves as well. The gloves are cut resistant as well, those Titan Canine gloves. Those are level 5 cut resistant as well. The only glove that's not is the Extremity Patrol Glove. This is the only one that does not come with a liner. The Titan Canine Glove right here, as you see, the heavy duty rubber and the heavy duty palm that the leads won't burn through. Even the fingertips are reinforced there. You'll see, once again, a much heavier duty glove, level 5 cut resistant, but also you see the rail there has the ability to take this awesome 500 lumen light. So no matter what you're doing on patrol, off patrol, even if you're around the house, you're just doing stuff around the yard, going out at night, whether you're walking your dog or you're going out with a child, it's nice to have the ability to have both hands free, still be able to use your phone, and not have one of these in your hands. Those are luxuries if you're off duty. When you're on duty, you're talking about safety and you're talking about your livelihood. And that's why you want to really be concerned with getting this out of your hand and now having both hands free in the fight. You can grab someone's on the shoulder, grab someone's lapel, have the light there, and still be able to get to something else on their body and get to something else on your body, whether it's your belt, your radio, like I said, anything to help save your life, patting down, searching vehicles, searching bags, searching people, doesn't matter. Handcuffing, of course, is key. Opening doors, you have your weapon out, you don't have a weapon mounted light. It's nice to be able to now open that door and have that weapon out and have a light tracking down the barrel just like you would if you did have a weapon mounted light. It's a nice tool if you are home and you have a weapon at home. Maybe it doesn't have a light on it. Maybe it's a revolver, a shotgun, and you don't have a light on it or it doesn't accept a light. It's great. You grab a long gun and this tracks right down any barrel of any shotgun or rifle, and just like that, by slipping the glove on in just a couple of seconds, any weapon you pick up now has a light on it without you having to now grab your revolver, maybe that doesn't have a rail and a flashlight, or grab your shotgun and have a flashlight. I don't know how you're going to shoot a shotgun with a flashlight in your hand. So to simply have something like this laying on your nightstand or in your nightstand, you slip it on, and literally with just the touch of a finger, now you have the ability to have a light on any weapon you grab. Heck, you could even pick up a knife, and now you have a light in your hand with the knife as you go along. You could squeeze that knife and hold and look, and now take the light off, and now you have the knife if you need to use the knife. No matter what you grab, you have a light in your hand without having to go and grab one of these and have this hand out of the fight. Because when you have anything in this hand, it's out of the fight, and it's bound to, if you get into the fight where you have to get in pursuit, you're going to lose it. You know you're going to lose it. It's going to fall, it's going to drop, and you don't have the time to be chasing that, going after that. You need to focus on the threat. So, Guardian Glove Ext with the P3P Light 2.0, brand new, 500 lumens, ultra light, water resistant, so it is weatherproof. You could take this off and take the pressure pad out and wash the gloves very easily. Wash them by hand, soap and water, lay them flat to dry. That's for all of the gloves. You don't put them in the washing machine, you don't put them in the dryer, just super simple to wash. So if you're on patrol, you get some blood or whatever on them, very easy to take care of these gloves as well. So you have the Extremity Patrol Glove version here without any cut resistance, just a super thin glove. You have the Guardian Glove Ext level 5 cut resistant here with the rubber backing, the high grip palm, touchscreen fingers, and of course our lighting system. And you have the Titan Canine Glove, super heavy duty if you are a canine handler. All 3 gloves available on 221btactical.com. Lots of reviews, lots more specs, so go out to the website, check it out, leave a comment below if you have the gloves, and let us know what you love about the gloves most, and comment below about what you feel that you could utilize these gloves for. We have mechanics, we have technicians, we have roofers, you name, we have everyone who are talking about the uses of this glove and the utility of not having to hold a light in your hand, not just police officers. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Comment below, give the video a thumbs up if you like the video. If you don't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down, but we hope that we're producing good videos for you so you can learn about new products, learn about how our products work, how we develop them, why we develop them, at the end of the day, using my 13 years experience to bring you guys gear to help keep you safer and keep you alive. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.